Today we teach you how to play 7 and farm your absolute brains out. All right. Howdy, Twitchies. We are here with your 7 guide here. And this one, if you haven't our Kelvin guide, that's uploaded on the main YouTube channel, so make sure you check that out. Today we're going to be doing 7. For those that don't know how we do these guides, we raw dog these guides and we do them live. So we might win, we might lose, but hopefully by the end you've learned something about 7, whether we're ahead, behind, or somewhere in between. So starting off right now with 7. 7 is very good this patch. In fact, this is an incredibly strong lane right now on both sides of the aisle. Geist and 7 both seem to be doing quite well right now. Vindicta and Wraith both doing really well right now. Seems to be very strong characters on both sides right now, so this should be a pretty interesting lane. If you want to use our build, that is going to be Incon's Lightning 3. You can go look that up and utilize it. So we're not going to go too crazy on that. But in general, this is going to be a build focused on utilizing 7's third ability, getting the most out of that Power Surge. Power Surge really good right now. Hybrid damage is in with this patch because of the changes to the souls being that 4.8k damage spike. It means that characters that can utilize that 4.8k spike over multiple categories, really gun and spirit. If you can get damage from both of those, it means that your damage is really good right now. So characters like 7, Vindicta, Wraith, Geist, all characters, right, that can utilize that hybrid damage output, and because of that, their damage is very, very strong right now because they can utilize multiple spikes in power efficiency. So we're going to grab ourselves a little spirit here at the start. We're going to go over these tier 1 camps. These tier 1 camps give a lot of farm now. It's like 180 souls or so for doing it. So if you go do that twice, because they respawn really fast as well, you're basically giving yourself a 400 soul advantage, you know, 300, 400 soul advantage over the enemy lane. So highly advise making those a priority. That rate that's getting low. Like baggy sweat pants and the Reeboks with the straps. Low right now. But I've got to be very careful because they've got a lot of kill potential themselves. Once that Vindicta gets her snipe, it's going to be like wee-woo o'clock. We're going to have to be very careful. Hopefully we get a kill on him before it gets to that point. Vindicta pre-snipe is still dealable. Vindicta post-snipe right now in the laning phase. Super duper scary. So our priority on 7 is going to be would you believe it farming. Going to get my QSR here. We're going to be getting a cultist. I highly recommend that you get a cultist on every single character right now. Cultist is just the best item in the game. Vindicta 1. I couldn't finish him. I might try to go around the back on this if you put pressure on that side. Okay, they both backed up. Damn. Nice. Parrying for you. Nice. I parried it. Let's go. Legend, baby. Nice work. So just good communication right there with your teammate. Letting him know that I parried the Guardian so that he could run through. Little things like that go a really long way for making your laning phase better. Even if your partner isn't talking back, I do recommend putting in the effort to make comms like that. If you don't have a microphone, honestly, getting a microphone is hugely beneficial for your plays in Deadlock, so I would recommend that as well. For 7 in this matchup, 7 has got a strong laning phase right now. Good map pressure, so you're able to push the waves really efficiently. He's also got good PvP, extremely strong in the laning phase right now. Wouldn't say that he really has a weak part right now. Some characters you know better early, mid, late. I would say right now 7 is strongest in the ultra late game, but there is nothing wrong with a 7's early game or with his mid game. So don't be afraid to play aggressive on 7 early. Are you an AFK farmer? Sure. Are you going to be doing a whole lot of jungle? Sure, right? I'm going in on this, actually. I'm going to try to get the ulti off and see if I can't get him, but I couldn't quite get him. All good.
Sorry, I had to buy Radiant.
No, it's fine, it's fine. Oh, just trying to get a little cheeky.
I got you.
We're just trying to get a little cheeky right there, see if I couldn't catch him. So Vindicta is about to get her ulti up, and because we are a big sombrero wearing moron, it does mean that she can instantly kill us if we're not careful. Vindicta snipe early game right now, if you are building her properly, somewhere around the 500 damage marker to a headshot. So try to keep yourself above that half HP threshold. If you don't keep yourself above that half HP threshold, you'll go from half HP to no HP very quickly. I'm going to try to get around behind him.
Yeah, it's a little fucking ridiculous.
Okay. Nice. So healing right, healed me back up. Hopefully we get their Guardian right here. I gotta be watch out that she put the crow on me. But we are diving through on this. Looks like Vindicta probably went to the left-hand side. Gonna try to grab this heal from this minion.
Watch out.
Very nice laning phase so far. For your standard combo, ooh, that is a Abrams ult.
I'm running.
Yeah, they're both here.
They sure are. Parried. All right. Oh my God. Holy rotations. Warden has ulti, but he's at a quarter HP. He's up top side. Oh my God, they're so low. Okay, so we're gonna be working into that cultist next, so we can try to have it by the 8-minute marker. We'll see if we get there. There's 1,000 people over here now. Your combo on 7 is honestly super simple. You're literally just pressing your 3. You're getting that arcane surge on you, right? You're getting that power surge, I should say. Looking for a stun on Warden. Stunning. Don't let him ulti. No! The team let him ulti. That's such a big mistake from the boys. I had the stun on him. The fact that we didn't chase him down is a massive mistake. That was our opportunity to get a free kill on that Warden before he ultied. Otherwise, they were going to get that lane no matter what. Maybe I should have called that out better, but I thought that was pretty obvious. That's on me. That's on me. And then after you press your power surge, you're literally just W-keying at somebody with your stun. The second before that stun is going to hit, that is when you want to utilize your 1. So that way, hopefully, they're sitting in some of the 1 damage. Unfortunately, that Abrams there just got get down Mr. Precedented by that minion. So we're not going to be so lucky on that front. But we are going to get the Abrams. No harm, no foul. Still worked out kind of okay over here. We're going to be a little bit late to the cultists on this one. And this has been a pretty action-packed lane. But now we are going to really be able to get into some of that premium farming. So these Sinners now are even better than they were before. Always focus on the Sinners for your farm if you can. Regardless of what character you're playing, those Sinners are massive sources of farm right now. Always try to cultist the big tier 3 minions as well, just to get that maximum value out of them. Anything but a tier 3 camp now for you at this point in the game is basically free farm. You shouldn't have too much difficulties grabbing any of those. You do want to make... It looks like they have totally swapped lanes, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, Vindy's still here. Though.
It does... You do want to prioritize the waves. I'm going to say this again, and again. Jungle, very, very important right now. But even if you're a good jungle farmer, make sure you are getting credit for your waves. You get so many souls from just doing a regular minion wave. It's super easy. It's super straightforward. So always try to prioritize that if you can. I'm going to try to utilize the second half of this power surge by coming down here and knocking out this camp. Just going to throw out my 1 immediately because I know that my 3 is going to run out. So I wanted to get as much of that extra attack speed in. while it was procced.
I like it.
And you can see we're up to 9.5k. Had a pretty decent laning phase, even though it was so rudely interrupted by the blue lane. But we have still come out in a good spot farm-wise. So as 7, you can rotate to team fights if you want to. I do recommend kind of embracing not a split push mentality, but shoving down the lanes and stealing enemy farm and whatnot, almost like you're playing a drifter. Very few characters can proper 1v1 7 right now because he is so strong. Gonna grab myself a Titanic magazine, and I'm only a couple of souls away from being able to grab that power surge, which will be huge for us. I'm gonna come over here and just steal this little camp. And then I'm going to go back and buy that. This is going to give me my gun power spike and my spirit power spike. I am a huge fan of the Titanic magazine right now on 7. It feels absolutely great. Still get a Fleetfoot in the build. I would say Fleetfoot is mandatory. Nice to meet you, good sir. I would say Fleetfoot is mandatory, but I actually like the Titanic first from a pure PvE perspective. Surge of power, quicksilver reload, everything is going on lightning ball. I did some math actually this morning. I was crunching some numbers in practice. I like everything better on the ball. It seems to just work out better that way. I think the damage consistency is just gonna be there. Plus, you're able to proc things in the later game a little bit more often, like with the Mercurial, to make sure that you're always getting those pops. Now, because their mid lane are quite fed, I do have to be careful of their Abrams and their Warden right now. Their Wraith has been AFK farming, so she's going to be pretty big. So this is not like a free W key at whoever I want match right now. Got to keep my eyes out, try to get some of this farm before they start running over with this center. And now I want to make sure that I don't try to give them those 800 souls. Do be careful. Do be careful on your 7 farm. A lot of people will do a ton of jungle farm on 7. And then immediately run into the enemy team and go give them 1,000 souls. So you do have to be careful. You farm really, really fast, right? But you gotta make sure that if you're gonna be farming jungle that well and that frequently, you got to make sure that you're not just running into the enemy team and giving them that farm afterwards, you know?
There's a lot of blue.
So you got to be careful with that.
That's 3 ults for holiday. Jesus Christ.
All right, that is a party on blue. Check if there's any farm right here. Nothing there. All right, we're going to grab our Fleetfoot and a little Spirit Lifesteal. Start to get into our green items right now.
Hey, we got one for it, though.
Once again, there is farm up on the map, so I'm just going to be grabbing this. I can put this farm down so quickly. Yamato is having a bit of a fight over on the yellow side. If he can live, maybe there's a world where I can help out here. But once again, don't want to run these guys to free farm. Hayes is around there somewhere. So I just got to be careful. It's kind of my job to get as big as humanly possible so I can carry for the late game. Same thing Wraith is doing. You're going to see her probably do very similar on the strategies. Hayes can get a little bit more PvP if she wants to. She's a little bit more ganky. But honestly, if you're a hyper carry right now, a lot of farming to be had, even though the death ball is strong. Getting involved at the death ball at the right time is going to be important. Then here. Oh. Nice. Easy little kill right there for us. Good job, Holiday. Good play from the Holiday. All right, let's heal it up. Not a lot of farm on the map right now, so I'm just going to try to grab some boxes while I wait for a wave. And then get right back over to the wave. This could be a good game for a suppressor. They're going fairly gun heavy.
Thanks.
We are a good suppressor procer here on 7, just to kind of keep everybody's attack speed down. I do think it's a situational item on 7. I wouldn't buy it 100% of the time, but this is actually a really good game for us. So I'm going to go grab it right now before I forget. And I'm going to try to get rid of this healing. No, I don't quite have enough. I'm a couple hundred soul, or about 100 souls short of being able to get rid of that healing right to just go grab a different green item that's going to be more beneficial for me, so I'm not going to sell my healing right and get nothing.
That character's just massive. I can't do anything if they run, so it sucks.
Don't have a lot of jungle farm right now, so I can try to go look and get involved. Warden ult. Warden very low. Oh my god, right?
Warden one shot, Warden one shot.
Oh my god, 10 HP, not even close, brother, right?
Let's take out Abrams.
Not
Sounds good.
even close. All right, we can get rid of the healing right here. I can go ahead and grab myself a heal bane. I think heal bane on 7 right now is basically mandatory. Such a good item, helps you stay alive like crazy. A lot of sustain potential right now in the game as well, so you got to be careful with that. Got to be careful with that. Just using our fleet foot just to make sure we kind of have infinite bullets right here. Infinite bullets. Infinite bullets. Never stop auto attacking. I would like to save that big minion for when I get my cultist back up. Cool. There we go. Pop my 1 for the QSR. All the free farm in the world. Now I'm going to go get a debuff remover. Debuff remover right now is essentially a mandatory item in Deadlock. With the way that the game is playing out right now, with the prominence of focus lenses in all these different items, I recommend getting a debuff remover every single game. This game, it's going to be super useful for just generically lower CC on me, but also like getting out of a Vindictor route or cleansing the Wraith ulti after she hits me with it. Party on green? Gotta be a little careful here. Keep in mind that walkers are useless nowadays. They changed walkers.
Probably a bit, yeah.
So while your walker is super duper tanky, it doesn't actually do anything to stop it from getting pushed. So if your walker is getting pushed, it's gonna just sit there and kind of tweedledee, tweedledum itself, trying to get over. Yep. Grab that cultist for the bonus damage before heading over to green because they were running the urn. We just snag this walker. All of your flex slots now are from walkers, so getting the walkers is absolutely crucial. Keep in mind there's only 3 flex slots now. You start off with 9 items instead of 8, and you can get a bonus 3 items instead of 4. Huge kill, brother.
Good work.
Next up, my goal is going to be to get a Boundless Spirit. Boundless Spirit will go absolutely hard here. There's a world where I should have gotten my Boundless. I'm trying to head over to that raid where I should have gotten that Boundless before the debuff remover. There is a world. Okay. I hear Abrams over here.
Yeah.
I'm on him. That's his dash. That's everything. Okay, we can go mid. We can just go mid instead.
I will walk through all
Is
of
mid a
them.
throw, though?
No.
No.
No? Okay.
7 ult, big Abrams, and Doorman.
This is risky, but we can do it. Yeah. Cool. That was a risky mid play just because they do have a decent mid fight comp, but they would only have one person that 100% wasn't going to be able to be there. But not too shabby. Not a ton of kills for us right now in this game, but that's all right. We do actually have a fair amount of assists. We've been involved in about half the kills right now. We've got 9 total kill involvement out of 20 kills for the team, so not too bad considering our priority is on farming. Your major damage source on 7, by the way, you can see we're pretty even right now. It's going to transition super duper spirit heavy in the late game. So you're going to be utilizing in the early, right, that bonus spike from the gun. But your damage is, in fact, going to transition into being mostly spirit, which is actually extra valuable this patch because you're going to see mostly gun characters getting played right now. They're just better. Like, gun characters are just better than spirit characters right now. It just is what it is. But because a character like 7 still does some gun damage, but can get a lot of spirit off with it, it's making his life really good. Wraith, 7, Mirage, any of these characters that can get a little bit of spirit going or a little bit of gun with their spirit and vice versa. Really enjoying this meta right now. Vindicta. They're all really enjoying this meta right now. Speaking of, by the way, this Vindicta's been talking some trash about his own team. Fun fact, that mute button is a great button, let me tell you. Got to pop my debuff remover there because I got hit by the Vindicta. I'm putting pressure on the back line. I'm going for the ulti on him. Wraith ult down. They're going to give me a knockdown. Ow. So I'm going to use one of our reses off of that. Hopefully this is okay. Hoping our team can get here. Warden in the back. I got Dormant. Go ahead and use that wall to get myself out of that one. Got a little aggressive on the W key right there, but I trusted the team to be behind me, and honestly, the team was behind me. We killed 3 right there. That's worth. Not a terrible use of a res right there. Now, shoving these Guardians is actually a lot less important than it used to be. It's not of no importance, right? You still got some zip line implications, but you're not getting the flex slot for grabbing those anymore, so like dying for it is not worth it anymore. Getting out of here. I'm making an Abrams friend, possibly.
Oh, I got shot off up. I'm dead.
Come back up. Hayes. Damn. I didn't realize that our Lash had died as well. I thought we were going to be able to turn that around on them and get some kills. Dang, son. Okay, so they've got some pretty good spirit resistance going on. They've got the Fury on Hayes. We've got Abrams with a lot of spirit resist. Our team is
Guys.
not a ton spirit heavy, but a little
We did the
spirit
one
heavy.
by one strat. Very
Yep.
good one.
Classic. We did do the classic. So right now,
Should be all good though.
our goal is going to be to get this Mercurial online. Mercurial Magnum is going so hard in this patch right now. I would argue this is actually probably one of the better items in the game. We do have our cultist stuff. We all should have just backed up right there, and I should have just let those guys die. That would have been the better play in hindsight. But I think there was a world where maybe we turned that around. Well, maybe. Sometimes you just can't leave a boy behind. They weren't going to leave me behind. I didn't want to leave them behind.
Let's take out the doorman.
Okay, so we're going to work on this Mercurial. A great item potentially on this, after this, is Focus Lens. Focus Lens is so strong right now. It's part of the reason why you have to buy a debuff remover. You're going to be seeing a lot of Focus Lenses in your games. And if you're not, then it is coming. It's on its way once people get it figured out.
I like it.
And then Fuser would go hard here for some ultis. I do have the debuff remover for the knockdown. At least one of them has a knockdown. You've got Spellbreaker on Wraith. We're getting counter built decently hard on the spirit damage, but that's all right. Hopefully some of our gun damage does make it up. We've got a holiday gun. Our Mirage should end up being mostly gun, hopefully. Hopefully. Guess I can't guarantee it. But I do hope upon a star. Does he have Phantom Strike? He doesn't seem to have Phantom Strike yet on Abrams, which is really good for us. Really pretty good for us. Reminder that you're throwing all of your abilities on 7 on your 1. So make sure you're throwing your 1 out there to get that sweet, sweet damage off from those team fights. So the one thing about 7 right now is that cooldown reduction got nerfed. Pretty bad. I gotta go look at this haze. Cooldown reduction got nerfed pretty hard, so you gotta be careful about whether you're gonna buy cooldown or duration extender. I killed 2 over in green, by the way, so
Hell yeah.
can we do something about that?
Abrams is in our right jungle.
I don't know if I honestly like either of them right now on 7. So I've got them both down in the optional section of the build, but neither of them are my particular favorite right now. I don't love duration extender, and I don't love the cooldown. It just means that you've got to be a little careful because you will have periods where you don't have your surge up. And when your surge isn't up, you are very, very vulnerable. So you got to keep that in mind. All right, 12K. We got a ton of farm off of that last fight. Gonna get myself that infuser, which is gonna help out a lot here. And then I don't have any more room for any active slots until I get rid of this cultist, which is fine. I'm gonna get myself a spiritual overflow. That's kind of an optional item. It is good on 7, but oftentimes you won't have the money or the opportunity to buy it. This particular game, great opportunity. I don't have any active slots available till I get rid of this cultist, which I'm probably going to do the next time that I back. But this will give me a ton of damage, and it kind of fixes some of the cooldown problem we were just mentioning, because you get that 12% cooldown proc off of it as well. Highly preferable to just buying straight cooldown on 7. Probably be getting myself a Spirit Rend here any moment. Once again, this is where we're going to start really working on the penetration part of the build. So an item like Spirit Rend goes hard. In fact, I can actually get rid of this cultist. I can grab myself a full Spirit Rend. If I can get a escalating exposure on top of that, I will basically be doing true damage between the Spirit Rend and my 3, which has built-in Spirit Resist pen, and then the escalating. That'll be so strong. I do so much damage right now. Abrams?
Wow, this guy's Phantom Strike.
And you think this is impressive? Wait until I get going.
Straight up one shot, man, Jesus.
Okay, awkward. Warden getting low. Yep. I got ult yet? No way. That's crazy. Oh my god, I actually got freaking silencered as I went in for the ulti. What a bummer, dude. On Fortnite that he has a silencer right now. What a freaking bummer. That would have been a decent opportunity as well. Realistically, the team was already kind of halfway dead. We didn't have them damaged enough. I probably should have just backed off that, played the safe bet like they're making right now by going to mid. But I can't change the path. Now we've got the option of grabbing a Spirit Sap, or we can just get a Mystic Vulnerability. I'm going to get the Mystic Vulnerability here for myself. Don't have to worry about the other active slot. That is a big Abrams in gang. If he can get a kill here, dang, he just couldn't quite make it in. Team is struggling in this one right now. We're still pretty even in the kills. They are going to get mid and the patron down, though, so I suspect this game it's probably getting close to over. Our Yamato was trying to keep us in it. I'm respawning in 1. Oh my god, this Abrams is absolutely massive, bro.
Kill this Abrams. Yes.
This is insane. That's going to be a res.
Oh my god.
Yep.
He doesn't have ult. Oh, he might bait into his team.
Probably.
Careful, guys.
I mean, A res is down is good. That's something. Not think we're gonna probably win this one, but that's a big ol' freaking tanky boy. It's been a while actually since I've seen an Abrams do this good. I'm a little surprised. Abrams not typically the character that you see snowballing right now. So here in the late game, we're behind. They've dropped down our patron. We do have one of their reses down. We've got to be super, super careful. We've got plenty of farm right now, right? So we probably aren't going to get any farm differences going this late in the game. So no reason to risk it for like a small camp that wouldn't get us an item anyway. For the most part, if we die, the game is over. Gonna need to get as much value as I can out of a big power surge before probably transitioning over to the ultimate. I would rather just be auto-attacking the entire time with this build. But because we're going to be having a base fight, it is going to have to be ulti o'clock. Probably going to have to save my infuser for that ultimate as well. So not going to use that on the power surge. They've got a lot of ways to get me out of the sky. I do not have an unstoppable, which is why we got to utilize that power surge as much as humanly possible. First, if I was this Abrams, I would just be looking to Phantom Strike me and push me out and one-tap me. At least he doesn't have the res anymore, so he can't, like, full tilt willy-nilly it. But he's still going to be able to get pretty willy. Hayes was over yellow and Abrams was green.
We need to make a stand and stop them.
Any world? It's very difficult in this spot now. Just kind of waiting for the inevitable. If we could get like a holiday grab, you know? Just a little pick to force it at the start. Then they'd only have one res. There is the Abrams doing what we thought he would do. And we did manage to live through it. Okay, they're going in. I'm going to pop the ulti because I don't have much of a choice here. They're going to give me the knockdown. I got as much damage off as I could. Unfortunately, we're just going to get CC'd into oblivion. And this one is going to be over. So in this one, we had a super solid laning phase. Unfortunately, our mid lane just got absolutely demolished by this Abrams, and then the Abrams and the Warden did manage to rotate over, but we got to a nice full build on 7. It does an absolute ton of damage. You're really, really good. In the 1v1, you've got a bunch of damage potential. We had the most damage here on our team, but watch out for somebody getting fed. Holy 56k Abrams in a different lane. That is absolutely crazy. 7 doing absolutely amazing, though, right now. Highly recommend him. And, of course, if you'd like to support the Twitch GS community, make sure you're following us on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all that good stuff, guys. And you can check out the description down below in order to grab yourself some Cook Unity or download Dark Epoch to support the Twitch GS community. And as always, folks, have a Twitchin' day, y'all.